Hello, welcome to this new video. We're going to continue with our series on the CEH version 30 exam. We're covering all the modules and we're going over a broad explanation of what the modules is going to cover, and we do a mock-up test of 15 to 20 questions at the end of the video. So for this video, we're going to be covering module number 4 for the CEH exam, and that is enumeration. And enumeration is something that has changed over the past couple of years. If you read the official description, what they're putting here is going to outline it as learn various enumeration techniques, including BGP and NFS enumerations. Now, BGP and NFS is not something that was part of the CEH exam, or they really didn't touch it that much back in the days, but now they are including it. And as a security professional, you have to learn how to perform enumeration on different services, and you have to remember what enumeration is for. When it comes to enumerations, we can define it as the process of actively gathering information about one specific target, network, application, or service. And the purpose of it is for you, as I have mentioned in the past, to build up an accurate profile of your target, and that's going to include checking the services versions, the ports, so on and so forth. So something that I want to show you that you have to keep in mind, and again, this is not an absolute list or a list of all the tools that you can do that you can utilize to perform enumeration, but here are one of the most common tools you have to be familiar with for your exam, number 1, and number 2, for your career. You have to become good at it. You have to be better at it every single time, and the only way for you to do that is by practicing, by putting this into practice until it makes sense to you. As you can see, that the tools that we have for enumerations, and I'm gonna leave this in the description below if you're interested in that. We have Enum for Linux, and we have used that. I have created videos for that, and you're gonna be able to use that to perform SMB enumerations. Nmap, as I have mentioned, is the Swiss Army tool for networking and for security, right? Then you're going to be able to perform different type of scannings and service discovery. SNMP walk, we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be creating a video on SNMP enumerations in details in the future, but that's one of the commands: DNS enum, derb, rpcclient, SMB client, and showmount. So for this module, besides what we have covered in the past, it's good for you to keep in mind the NFS enumeration with showmount, and you can also perform NFS enumeration with Nmap. Now, in the description for enumerations, they also talk about BGP enumeration. Now, as I've mentioned before, BGP enumeration is fairly new, something that they want to include on version 13. But in reality, you're going to be using mostly online services for BGP enumeration, because you need to know the ASN numbers and all that. And if all this sounds foreign to you, BGP is a routing protocol that pretty much makes the internet work. And you have to, they want you to have an idea of how to perform BGP enumeration, or at least have an idea of what BGP enumeration is. So for that, you can use different services out there. You could use services as BGP prefix report, IP2ASNs, and RIPestat. These are some of the most popular ones that you can use, but there are many more out there. The truth is, they're not going to be quizzing you on what does this website do. They want you to have an understanding of what BGP is, what it does, what an ASN number is, and so on and so forth. And you have to perform enumeration for that. Now, This is going to be for the exam. In real practice, you can use other tools, you can do many things, right? But just memorize those things. So let me bring this back. This is what you can do, and I'm going to bring the questions. So let's go over some of the questions that I believe you have to know. These are concepts that I believe you have to have a good understanding of for your exam. And let's go over these real quick. And the first questions of any modules that I have created so far is what is the primary goal, in this case of enumerations, but you're going to get the same questions for all the different modules. If you have followed my videos, you know that that's going to be the first question. And these are your options, and make sure you understand what enumeration is and what the purpose of that is. And that's going to be to identify active connections and user accounts. You're going to collect information, right? Question number 2, which of the following tools can be used for net BIOS enumerations? That you do have to know, though. You have to know the basic tools that I showed you here, because they're going to ask you questions like that. And in this case, for net BIOS enumerations, that's going to be MBT scan. It's going to be C. Then we have what is SNMP primarily used for in enumeration. And SNMP is a protocol that's going to collect information out on the network, and it's going to extract information about devices and their configurations. And if you're interested, I'm going to be creating a video for SNMP. You're going to have different information that can be collected from devices that have SNMP enabled, and you'll be surprised the information you'll be able to collect if things are not properly secured. What is the default port for the NetBIOS service? And in this case, you have to look at these ports and decide which one it is. And yes, you do have to memorize a lot of well-known ports. In this case, it's 139. You have 22 is SSH, then you have DNS, and you have HTTPS. So these are things that you need to know for your exam. Okay, I'm gonna go to number 5. Which protocol is commonly used to enumerate shared resources in a network? You have all these amazing protocols, and the answer for this is C, is SMB. You know that FTP is to transfer data, SNMP is to collect publicly and private information in the network, and ICMP is the protocol that ping uses for ping requests and ping replies. What information is typically gathered during user enumeration? And this is something that could have many forms, right? But during user enumeration, the information that you want to gather primarily is going to be the users and the group's membership, if that's possible. And I'm saying this one more time, this is something that you can still see in many networks, but in reality, if a network is a modern network, and even if the administrators are not security savvy, but they don't undo a security settings that Microsoft has implemented, it's going to be difficult for you to collect this information in a network. But that's why they pay us. We go there and test, and maybe there's a misconfiguration or an old system that is revealing all that information. I'm just giving you a real world thing, right? Like sometimes people think that being a hacker, you're going to go in there, run a couple of tools, and everything is going to work. That's not the case, right? Sometimes things are ugly, things are boring, and sometimes you come out fruitless, but that's part of the job. What is the purpose of LDAP enumeration? So LDAP is a protocol that Active Directory, in this case Microsoft, uses, but it's not the only directory services that uses LDAP. There are other directory services using LDAP. It just so happens that in Microsoft Active Directory, we can identify LDAP as the underlying protocol doing that. So the purpose of that is to extract user information and directory information. Which of the following commands is used to enumerate NetBIOS over TCP/IP? And this was a question that we saw previously. In this case, it's going to be MBT stat, and it is what is the the command to perform NetBIOS enumeration. So number 9, what is the role of RPC client in enumeration? And the answer to that is to query remote procedural call services on a Windows target. And RPC, this is one of those protocols that you can benefit even in modern environments. Depending on the configuration, you're going to be able to collect, query the services, and you're going to be able to collect a lot of information over the RPC client command. So that's the only option that makes sense right here. So sometimes when you're taking a test, just go with what makes sense. If you don't know the answer, you're going to have better chances than just closing your eyes and whatever drops, that's going to be your answer. So 10, which tool is typically used to enumerate email addresses? And the only one that makes sense right here is the harvester. Nmap is a network monitoring, not network monitoring, network scanners, but it's not really designed to collect email information. Hydra is to break in passwords and do things. Burp Suite is to analyze HTTP or HTTPS traffic. And I have created videos. I forgot, it was a while back that I created a couple of videos on the harvester. This is a tool that you can install on your computer. Like if you have, like a Linux distribution, it used to come preloaded with Kali or Backtrack, because this tool is pretty old, but I haven't seen it installed. So you have to install it. It used to come pre-installed. So just make sure that the harvester is a tool that is going to be able to help you enumerate email addresses. 11, what type of enumeration target services running on 25? Again, port 25 is one of those ports that you need to know. That's one of those email services port, and that is for SMTP enumeration. So let me come down to the last 3. Which Nmap script category is most useful for enumerations? And remember that Nmap has many different scripts that you can use. Let me come over here to the computer and open up the command line. And this is not new. I have created a few videos on Nmap, but remember that Nmap has Nmap has many scripts that are going to make your life easier. As you could see, you're going to see the directory right here. So if I go to scripts, you can find all your scripts that are going to perform a specific function. Now, for this specific module, we've been talking about enumerations on NFS, right? So as you could see, Nmap has a couple, or maybe not a couple, probably 3 or 4 NFS right here. So these are the scripts that you can use for NFS discovery and enumerations using Nmap. And that's something that maybe you're going to be quizzed on. Maybe they'll throw a question about it. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's go to the last 3 questions. What information can be gathered from DNS enumeration? And the answer to that is going to be, what do you think the answer to that's going to be? You may be thinking it's going to be email addresses, but in reality, it's going to be subdomains, mail servers, and IP addresses. And again, there are many different tools that you can use to perform DNS enumerations. And if you browse through my channel, you're going to find tutorials on many of them. To find subdomains, you can use NSLookup, to find other information on the DNS records, such as mail servers, so on and so forth. 14, which of the following tools can be used for SNMP enumeration? And that is SNMP walk. And is that tool is here? No, it's not. So SNMP walk. Oh yes, here it is. Yeah, so make sure that you know what the tool does, and I'm gonna be creating a video for that to give you an idea of what SNMP is and how it works. And the last question is, what is the primary goal of SMB enumeration? And the answer to that is to gather information about shared resources, because remember, you're gonna be using SMB to collect a lot of information on shared resources on services that use SMB. Now, thank you for watching this video. Again, pay close attention to this tool, familiarize yourself with these tools, and yes, I'm gonna say this, memorizing. Even though I know that memorizing something does not mean that you know it, but for the test, memorize it. Make sure you know for the test, and keep practicing, because you want to understand what the tool is going to do for you, not only memorize the commands or the tools to pass the test. So thank you for watching this video. If you feel that this is useful, if you are benefiting from this because you are thinking about taking the test or you're new to cybersecurity, let me know about you. Leave it on the comment section. What you think about this series. Is it making sense to you? If you know of anyone who can benefit from it, please share this video with them. Go through the other videos that I have in the channel. That may be something that you're gonna benefit from. And lastly, if you found this information useful, consider clicking on the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and also leaving a nice comment. It's nice to have those things so the YouTube algorithm can boost the performance of this video. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you on the next video.